The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Money Masters. And now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We really appreciate you being here with us each and every morning, growling and prowling. Market-wise, we got a heck of a market out here, folks. You get the Dow off 167, Nasdaq's off 49, S&Ps are off 18, you get gold up 18, silver's up 45, bonds are up 15, the dollar is up a penny, folks, at 75.21. It's up a buck. Bottom line, big move in the dollar. And our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, it's the move out here, the move of the year for sure, the yen.
No question, and we've been calling this for a while. Yeah. And and the reason, folks, tune in to us, take a look at us on Tiger TV. Go to Channel 1 Live because you'll be able to see the screen. And what's so important is that we use technical analysis to help us understand what's going on with marketplace. Now, the kind of technical analysis that I like to use is the one where it's giving you in advance. It's telling you what it is you're looking at. Right. It's the projection. It's not the after the fact.
It's the expansion contraction theory.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
And what I've got up on my screen right now is the daily chart of the Japanese yen. It showed this drive to a pattern, which was taking us right down to the lows of the March 16th, the tsunami date, right? Which was an ideal setup. We knew that back then, in fact, it was like around 4:30 in the afternoon. I remember you were on the show with Larry, and it was like, that's right, boom, the intervention came in, yeah. And so it was clear that this was going to happen. And so I've been, telling my subscribers that trade currency to go out there and take this trade. That this was like the trade of the year, right? And you got it in one day. Look, $500 risk, okay? Because each pip on the yen is about $13. Okay, if you're taking the trade. Okay. $500 risk, right? And last night you were up, $3,500 in a period of 3-4 days, depending on when you would have taken the trade. Now, right? On Friday I was talking to. Now, what's really also important, if you take a look at the screen here, was that this projection, okay, on this cycle, was calling for it to occur on August the 4th. Amazing. Which is today. Now,
and so if you're watching Tiger TV, folks, he has the cycles up also. That's crazy.
Yeah, and we had the price came in Friday. Okay. So my first target price was that $77 area. Okay. Okay. And so price came in on Friday, and so I had one of the subscribers that does trade the yen and said, should we take it now? And it was like in the afternoon, and I said, yeah, I'm going to take it. But it's that whole weekend thing, right? And we had obviously everything going on in our political system. But I said, the price is there. I said I would have preferred for this to come in next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, what have you, just simply because of the time. Right. But the price was there. Right. And so, and even if you fired away, like I got stopped out once and came back in. Okay. I mean, that's just part of, that's part of life. That's part of trading.
Big time.
It'd be like, in trading, it'd be like if you run a sales organization, you had this ideal customer you want, right? And the first time you go to approach them and they tell you no, what are you going to do? You're going to come back. You're going to come back. You're going to come back.
Particularly an ideal customer, right? Yeah, you don't stop, right?
Same thing in the market, right? You put up your risk, tells you no, right? You come back, right? You keep coming back.
That's right. Now, in fact, so let's talk the markets a little. And now, what you have here, folks, is this. So check it out. Yesterday we did 1.3 billion in NYSE. We did 2.6 in the Nasdaq. Now, what gets interesting here is this: Nasdaq did not break out its lows. In fact, the Nasdaq only went to, if we take a look at it, didn't even get to the highs. Got to the highs of the low bar, and that was it. When you have a downdraft that we have again today, and my take, there's no way that you're going to basically bust these out. And the reason being, folks, is that the amount of energy it takes. This is about as deviant as you get in the marketplace. And if you're a bull, this is about as good as you want. And this is why. See, the way that we came down on the Russell and came down in the Nasdaq. Well, let's talk about the Russell first, because if we talk about the Russell, what you have, the IWMs, they busted out the bottom, big time, 114 million shares. It's going to be really hard for them to get going once again as a test on the way down. And, you know, that's what I kind of love to see. The reason being is that it will give you actually a larger bounce. I know that sounds the same when we're down this much, but that's kind of how the market works.
Well, and what was nice yesterday was because we're on the air, and what's really wonderful is when some of these patterns set up and we're on the air.
Right.
You know, for you and I, it's a little difficult because it's hard to place a trade right there. But we're on, and yesterday at 10:30, we're taking a look at the market coming down.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, the small caps were the weakest.
Right.
And so, you know, what you're looking for is signals. And folks, it's nice to get a signal from the weakest and the strongest player.
That's right.
And when those two things are lining up, it's giving you plenty of information. And what we had happen here was we had the small caps do that butterfly to that 1.272, held well, you know, moved up. You had some volume on, you know, we had volume on the day yesterday.
Right.
You got to kind of dig into the intraday stuff to see where that's at,
No,
to
you
help
do.
you know, to help you understand how to go ahead and trade this. But, you know, absolutely, and probably where the small caps opened, the IWM, you know, I don't know if I can, how easily I can do it, but probably opened it around a 0.618. You know, retracement down of the entire move yesterday.
Okay.
You know, somewhere around there.
And as we're speaking here, folks, this is what's happening right now. So if you take a look at the SPY, what you have happening is that the SPY is coming into the 1030 bar of yesterday morning. That bar, folks, has 21 million shares. There's no way, okay? This is the trade. The trade is setting up right now. If you're day trading out there, this trade is setting up, and this is what it is. The first bar that we came down, we did 12 million. The second bar, which was 20 minutes ago, did 10 million. The bar right now that we're on, and we're at, so you get 3 minutes into that bar, is at 2 million. Your benchmark out there is 21, folks. You know, bottom line, you know, I suspect what you're going to see here, anywhere in here with the SPY, we're at 123.85 right now. The stop can be under 123.53. That's it. And you're basically gunning on the other side again for the 125.46. So it's really interesting.
And on the 10-minute chart, what was nice was you had a 1.272 expansion from the somewhere in the June 23rd area.
Okay.
You know, all the way down. So
Right.
it's kind of nice. You know, you had that expansion, and it's great, you know, the way that these things work, because what's cool about actually the yen trade, if you go back, you know, so we had the government come in, had some intervention yesterday, and where does it bounce up to? You know, within a couple ticks of the 0.786 of the last move down.
That's
so it did
amazing.
what it was supposed to do.
Right.
Okay. It's supposed to back off now for a bit before it makes its next move up. That's the breathing pattern, you know, of the market. That's the breathing pattern, just like you and I have to breathe.
It absolutely is. Now, what gets interesting here, too, folks, is this, is that when they had the intervention in the yen, you know, the Swiss came in 2 days ago, the yen came in yesterday. What you did have is that platinum got smoked, but gold did not. And that is a divergence, because I remember 2 or 3 years ago when the yen went, bottom line, is that the gold went March 16th when they get divergence, gold went again. Yeah, I suspect that gold's not going to hold, and the reason being is that that divergence is out there. Now, you know, biotechs. If you want to see a real crook, folks, okay, the bottom line, go to DN, and this is what it is, folks. I was looking at this. We got a call on the air last night. It was a separate biotech. I just told the guy to get out of it at that point. And I expected DN to come down, but not come down 23 points.
Goodness.
The bottom line is that it's down 23 points. It's trading at $12.70. Yesterday, this little baby was up there at $36. But check this out, folks. This is what's really important. Don't get into this. I'm telling you, don't get into it. The reason being is that the CEO is a crook. Last night, when I was on the computer, I said, man, let me go hunt the CEO. Well, I hunted the CEO, and the good old CEO was selling shares about 4 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, it's going to be interesting to see exactly how much they can get away with. He pushed out 10,000 shares 4 days ago, and the bottom line is that when you see that, that tells you flat out, and in that particular case, you know, that's an extra $250,000 in his pocket. You know, and you know, the filing, it didn't look to me like it was a filing that there's two different ways that you can do this, folks, and it's possible he had it. The initial filing absolutely did not say that it's a, if you own it,
prearranged,
prearranged,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
That it was a filing that was done, was done 4 days ago.
Yeah.
Bang, $35, sold the 10,000 shares, wake up this morning, and of course he knew the news. The news is, bottom line is that, you know, they don't have any sales. So,
and what's cool though, also though, you know, you had the chart up on the screen. I've got it up here for folks, and how we talk about where prices are going to come back to where you see a big volume bar, where you see a breakout or what have you. And
yes.
just on the weekly chart here, you know, where that is, you've got this first breakout, which was between the $7 to $19.24 price range on the weekly basis. We're traded $12.84 right now. You know, if you pull up in the daily chart, you'll see you know, big price bar where it went ahead and broke up and gapped up on April the 14th, 2009, 63 million shares, and the low on that was or high on that 790. So it looks like that's where it wants to get back to.
790. You know? That's where it's going.
790.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, from $33 from last night.
Oh,
it
man.
is, you know.
Sick. And if we go over to Europe, folks, what you have happening in Europe right now, the FTSE's off 1 8/10%. The DAX is down 1 3. Now, if you look at the FTSE, it's going to get, you know, it's amazing. These patterns are setting up all over the place, Steve.
No, I know.
If you look at the FTSE, folks, okay, what you have right now is a perfect butterfly. And that butterfly, folks, is coming off of the, let's see, we're bringing it off the highs to the lows. And that number is 5470. And we hit 54.56, and you're trading at 54.75.
Yeah, so you've got the FTSE making a butterfly pattern. You got the DAX going and maybe testing the low of March 15th in their case.
That's right.
You know, so you got all these things. You know.
That's right.
I can't pull up volume on the DAX. So when you take a look at the volume on the DAX,
if we take a look at the DAX,
you know, it's what they had on March 15th versus where they're at right now.
What we have here is. Okay, so what we did do yesterday, she came in with 265 million versus 278 million. So what happens is that I don't get the DAX volume for another 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah,
meaning,
but it tells you it certainly is coming in there, which would be a good sign that it's at least going to test the bottom of that, right?
No
doubt. And you want to see it test a little lighter volume. And
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And, you know, needless to say, volatility is out here in spades. Now, when you set this whole deal up, folks, okay, yeah, the deviance is there. The bounce still wants to happen. You're down $200. Let's go over to the NASDAQ just for a second, because I'll tell you, this is just a mind blower. Oh yeah, see.
Yeah,
okay, so here, if we look at the, if you look at the 3 Qs, folks, if you want to see some strength here, strength in the, you have 23 million shares traded, and we still haven't hit the bottoms of the 55.
Yeah, no. All you've done is
35.
We got to within a penny. You know, the high of March 16th was 55.34. It got down to 55.35.
And right now, if we look at the SPY, you're going after the 123.53, and it's still going to need some monster volume. Let's see. You get, there's no way. You got 8 million shares. You're going after 23 million. What a trip, man. Get those fingers ready, folks. It's a beautiful thing. Dow's down 213. Nasdaq's up 63. S&Ps are off 25. Gold's up 15. Bonds are up 26. Volatility in spades. We're going to bring it back.
And we're bulls.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG. Launched in April, Ken Shreve's newsletter, Ultimate Growth Stocks, has had an overwhelming response, and his outstanding results have not disappointed. Using his unique method of combining a fundamental review of sales and earnings with technical charting for entry and exits, Ken is posting multiple double-digit percentage gains. This month only, you can lock in the low introductory rate of $395 per year. Log on to TFNN.com today to gain instant access to Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks newsletter.
Is the fast-moving investment world challenging the way you think about managing risk and return? You don't have to go it alone. Directions Alternative Strategy Funds feature built-in tactical management to help you find clarity for the path ahead. Direction Funds, I'm with X. To learn more about Directions Alternative Strategy Funds, please visit TFNN.com and click on the Direction Funds banner or call 877-434-9363. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information about Direction Funds. The prospectus should be read carefully before investing. To obtain a prospectus, go to directionfunds.com. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. The use of leverage by a mutual fund increases the risk to the fund. The more a fund invests in leverage instruments, the more leverage will magnify gains or losses on those investments. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC. For some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Grab your popcorn, folks. It's Tiger TV, Channel 1. And, of course, don't forget, coming up right after our show, Steve's coming up right next. Isn't that a beautiful
2 hours.
thing?
Love it.
Be out there growling and prowling. Bonds out here. So what you have right now out here, Steve, is it's amazing. Okay, we get the bonds testing their highs from yesterday.
Yes.
You get the S&Ps testing their lows from yesterday. These are the places, folks, okay, if you're, even a swing trader or an intraday trader, these are the places to put up these trades on. Bottom line is that you're risking pennies. Pennies. Yeah. We're talking pennies, folks. So if you actually just even take a look at the TLT, if you want to see how this is shaking out, and all these are correlated, folks. The TLT right now is at 102.85. Well, the bottom line is that you had that high at 10:50 out there yesterday. I think the market just waits for 10 to 11 Eastern time for us.
Which is wonderful.
I know.
Absolutely.
I know.
You know, look at the money we made for folks yesterday that were trading the TNA.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, big time. Right. You want to hear something that's wild? Listen to this. This is pretty sick, folks, okay? You think that, there's certain things you're just supposed to do. And this is one of them that I'm supposed to do because I just love it anyway. But check this out. This is pretty sick. The market, folks, in 2000, right, the NASDAQ, the S&Ps had peaked on Angie's birthday, right?
Okay.
And the NASDAQ peaked on my father's birthday.
Oh.
Isn't that sick?
I like that.
Isn't that sick?
That's good.
Isn't that sick? And folks, this is the sickest part about it. It did it again. The March 10th deal is a big deal. And it was like 7 or 8 years in between them.
Yeah.
But isn't that crazy? And I said to Angie when it was coming up, I said, yeah, this is going to be crazy. And then after it happened with Angie's, which was January 14th, what happened is that it was coming up to my father. He said, man, this is going to be crazy. And sure enough, man, that's what happened. So
that's great. That's great.
Market-wise out here, folks. Let's see that. Look at it. And in 2 seconds, folks, there's your S&Ps. Oh my God, this is sick.
Now, what's actually cool too is because we take a look at all different time frames on the charts. And so I've got the ES Mini up here. Okay. And what's kind of great about this chart here is you've got 2 ABC patterns. Okay. You've got the longer one. And this is just on the 120-minute chart, and it's somewhere right around 3:30 in the morning on May the 2nd.
Okay.
Okay, it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
May 2nd when we made the high, and the move down was a 121-point move. Down to the B point, down into the 9:30-ish time frame on June 16th.
Right.
Market moves back up. So that was our B point. So it moves back up to sometime around 9:30 or so.
Yes.
On the July 8th. So the 1-to-1 projection came down to 1233.26, which is what we ended up. We hit below that yesterday.
Amazing.
But not that far below. We went to the low was 1236.75 and 1233.32. I'm sorry. Let me get it. 1233.32 was the projection. 1230.25 was what it hit. Held that area. But within the C to D leg was another ABC pattern.
Oh, I love those.
And so you got another ABC. Now what's nice about that one, folks, is that it was a 1 to 1.618.
Okay.
Which you love those.
Immediate change in trend.
Okay.
That's right.
Now, that was a little bit higher. That was at the 1245 area.
Yeah.
But you got to give these things range, with regard to where they're setting up. And so, what this is telling us, look, if we bust through these areas, okay, game over. We'll reassess. But it's nice to have you've got these ABC patterns setting up. We know we've taken a look at these butterfly patterns around the world here. It's such a great and where are you going to go find a bull?
You know what I just realized, folks? I can't believe this. I just realized I'm looking at Steve. I'm looking at his ears. I think he let his wife cut all his hair in his ears. He's not a bear anymore. See, I still got...
You do, buddy.
No, you know what is really sick, though? It really is sick, because we are bears.
Yeah,
but you know what happens, folks? This is a true market. And what always tends to happen is that when you actually are a trader, okay, certain folks can think that you've been listening to me so long that I'm only a bear, and it's not even close. But the bottom line is that, big consolidations, you flip like crazy.
Yeah,
and,
look, we have, the market has broken through some really important swing points if you're taking a look at the aspects. If you're taking,
it's big danger.
And there's one that I've been talking to you about that I'm taking a look at for the folks that are subscribers.
He got a big secret one, folks. He's got a secret one.
And spent more time last night, and really, I'm going all the way back to 1930, taking a look at this to really understand. And it's so wild to take a look at. At this aspect and the impact, the importance of understanding it.
That is so cool.
It's a new swing point for me.
It is.
Total new swing point for me.
That's right. Nothing like it. Listen, folks, you stay right there. This is Steve Rhodes. This is Tom O'Brien. We get the Dow off 185. Nasdaq's off 55. S&Ps are off 20. We are going to be right back.
Volatility is key to any active trader's success. In today's market, volatility is king, and Tom O'Brien has been capitalizing on this market in both of his newsletters. For a brief 10-day period, we're opening up a 2-week free trial to both of Tom's newsletters to all listeners. Now is the perfect time to see how Tom uses volume analysis to capitalize on this trader's market with epic volatility on a daily basis. From now till August 10th only, you can sign up for a free trial to Tom O'Brien's newsletters, Market Insights, and the Gold Report, even if you've had a trial subscription previously. Usually this offer is only open to new customers, but we're so excited about the current market and the opportunities presented that we're opening up this offer to all returning customers as well for 10 days only. As a trader, now is the perfect time to act. Log on to tfnn.com today and you'll see a link directly on the front page for your 2-week free trial. Don't miss out on this one-of-a-kind opportunity in this one-of-a-kind market. Act today.
Win free silver all summer long during our Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway.
So let's go to our man, Dan from Reading, Massachusetts. Dan, are you on the line?
I am. I got a call that I won that Great Panther getaway.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Hey. That's great. That's great. Did you believe you were going to be a winner?
I doubted it. I don't usually win, but pleased to win.
Starting Tuesday, June 21st through Labor Day, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only. One lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins.
Today's winner is Len Winograd from Hollandale, Florida. How are you today, Len?
Never better. I feel so good. I should be twins.
Congratulations. Beautiful silver coin. How long have you been listening to TFNN, Len?
I listen every day for the last 4 years.
Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for more information. Win free silver all summer long during our Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives traders, investors, and money managers a thorough strategy for trading in the gold market. If you're an investor in gold or any of the gold mining equities, this newsletter is an essential tool that can help you become a better trader in the gold market. The Gold Report comes out every Monday with complete coverage of the entire gold market, including the XAU, HUI, the dollar, the bond, the rand, as well as more than 35 different mining equities. For the low price of $150, you will receive 13 weeks of the Gold Report, or you can order up to a full year for under $500. If you'd like to find out more about the Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com, or for more information, call our office at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. And, folks, we do appreciate you being with us each and every morning. If you enjoy the show, please tell 3 people. It's Tiger TV every morning, Channel 1. We're going to be out there growling and prowling with you. And, you know, there's a lot of opportunities out here for a lot of great trades out here. So
absolutely. And we want to teach you. We want to teach you how to, you know, we want to teach you how to trade. You know, want to eliminate the fear, you know, that false evidence appearing real. You know, we want to help people.
That's a good quote. False evidence appearing real.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And, you know, and we... It's like we were talking about in the beginning. It's about, you know, it's about taking the end trade,
right?
Okay, and putting the right risk in there,
right?
And getting stopped out,
right?
And understanding that it's like anything else in life, you know, that you want to go after,
right?
You're not going to get everything on your, you know, on your first question.
No, you're not.
But you have to focus on what it is that you want. You know, put the right risk in there.
That's right.
And when you're just risking, I teach people to risk 1% or less. There's plenty of trades that I put out there, and they're only risking 1/4% of their capital.
Sweet. That's sweet.
You know, and it's still the right return. It's still the right trade.
Right.
Gives a little bit wider stop.
Yes.
Okay. On a trade like that. But you know, and when you start, you know, look, I hate losing. You show me a good loser, I'll show you a real loser. Okay?
Yeah,
so,
that's a fact.
Okay?
That's
so
a fact.
I don't like losing.
Right.
But what I do know is I do know the business of probabilities. I do know the business of trading. It's no different than any other business that you folks are in.
Right.
It's no business in the sales calls that you've got to make.
Right.
It's no difference than maybe some talent that you're trying to attract and you've got to go back and forth.
Yes.
You know, if you just took no the first time as failure, you know,
you're done.
Well, then you're not listening to the show.
Right.
That's the whole thing. You know, I know that the folks that are out there, you know, we've all got this energy. We've all got
That's
this.
right.
And we all need to, you know, learn from each other, teach each other. You know, look, when I was taking a look at the pattern trade, you know, we were talking about August 2nd coming in.
Okay.
And how important that was. So we talked about the yen and how that thing came in. Price came in first.
Friday.
Time came in second. Now we took a look at August 2nd. You know, over the weekend, I sent out a big newsletter. And then the night before August 2nd, what our battle plan was. Because to me, this is a battle.
It is.
You know, it's a battle.
Absolutely.
You know, and as I've told folks, you know, you want me in the bunker with you.
Right.
You absolutely want me in the bunker with you. And I got an email last night from one of my subscribers, and you know, and she was saying, you know, her and her husband were talking, and they were saying, you know, when I sent out this newsletter with the targets on Sunday,
yes,
they're saying, well, what is he thinking?
Right.
Especially when the markets were up 180
because
points, right?
Because the targets
After
are below the market.
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
way below, you know?
Right.
And she said the dialogue between her and her husband was she wanted to take the trade, and he was saying, no, honey, be patient. Just wait. Steve's numbers. Now, the difficulty was when we took a look at that cycle that was coming in August 2nd. You know, you and I were chatting about it, okay?
Yeah.
You know, 3 o'clock rolled along, and I know that I've got traders that are getting their text messages. They're by their computer. Also, I've got a bunch of other traders that are working. And so I took a look at the risk reward and said, okay, go ahead and execute your trade right now. We're gonna trade this one based on the time pattern versus the price pattern.
Okay, right.
You know, because it was close enough. We still had the market pushed down. I think there was only one thing that we ended up getting stopped out of. And so, yeah, but folks, look, you want to, you know, you want to learn how to deal with loss. You've got to learn how to deal with it. I don't care whether it's trading or
take
what
your
it
profits.
Is. Yeah,
right.
You do.
That's the
absolutely.
number.
Yeah.
That's a big number.
Absolutely.
You know, folks, the S&P, the SPY again. Okay, so it hits the bottom, rejects it, gets some strength. What you're going to see now is that you're going to see that it's going to start building cause, and that cause is to build to get into higher prices. You know, it was absolutely wild that Steve and I were just talking about that. The gold market is at up 1270 right now. What you want to keep your eye on, folks, is this. You will see gold contract and the market go up. That is the gold market that's signaling what's going on, because it's the dollar right now that is the market is doing conniptions over. Now it will get used to it, but right now it is absolutely doing conniptions. You stay right there. Steve and I are coming right back, folks.
Launched in April, Ken Shreve's newsletter, Ultimate Growth Stocks, has had an overwhelming response, and his outstanding results have not disappointed. Using his unique method of combining a fundamental review of sales and earnings with technical charting for entry and exits, Ken is posting multiple double-digit percentage gains. This month only, you can lock in the low introductory rate of $395 per year. Log on to tfnn.com today to gain instant access to Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks newsletter.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at tfnn.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real money masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks. Something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of tfnn.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever. At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
I'm very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you know, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, don't forget, if you would like to test drive either my daily newsletter or the Gold Report, you can do that for 2 weeks or 30 days. And, of course, you can get Steve's newsletter with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So the next cycle date, we haven't talked about that. Where does this stand out? Are we is it months away, a couple months? How does this work?
Well, it's about 15 days away if we take a look at the next full moon, when that's going to come in.
Okay.
Now, typically on the full moon, what we're taking a look at during this cycle here is buying on the full moon. So, what you like is you like the market pulling back into you. But we've got quite a few trading days before we're dealing with.
That's plenty of time.
Yeah.
That's plenty of time to bounce up to 12.95 and then bounce all the way back down to the bottom and test it again.
I think the next release of information comes to the July 27th day. Where we had the big downdraft. There was a gap down.
Okay.
And I think once we get
testing into that, you mean?
Testing into it. We'll see. Right. See if the market can make it all the way back up to that level.
Right.
But I'd love to be able to see us get up there, then pull back down into the full moon.
Right.
Then we go long game, because this has been one heck of a trading range.
Oh, it's huge.
One heck of a trading range. And look, folks, it clearly is. Signaling to us that the market is moving down.
I'm in big trouble.
No doubt. But
no doubt.
Right now, it still hasn't shown us volume-wise that's what it's going to do.
Well, watch what you have here. Now, check this out, folks. Okay, so I believe we get the Dow at lows right now. Okay, you get the SPY coming back in for another test, and so watch this. Let's see, we're at we had 3 minutes into it. So you got to remember something. You're dealing with 123.53. You're dealing with 21.8 million on it. We came in and it rejected it, and that rejected it at 10.10 at 8 million. It came back in. It's coming back in now, and this is where, folks, if you wrap your head around this, I'm not suggesting you go out there and day trade on a continual basis, but you can really learn a lot about how the markets move, because the divergence in the fear is so huge. And it's really sweet, folks. Let me tell you something. Because when you're actually comparing it, you can see flat out your energy is contracting. And it's contracting huge, not small way, folks, okay? Right now, you're 4 minutes into it. You get 5 million shares. You're going into 10 million. You're going into 21 million. 21 million is the deal. There's no reason to be fearful here. Yeah. You buy them when they're crying. You sell them when they're yelling.
Absolutely.
It's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
Hey, so Apple. We haven't looked at Apple for a while. And that thing is just still hanging out at its highs, isn't it?
Look at that. Yeah, you get it's 386 right now. And the bottom line is that, it wants to fill that gap out there, but that's only 378. It's strong.
Yeah. And look, as long as Apple, if it fills that gap and it does it, intraday versus just totally gaps down, because otherwise it's building all this look at all these people on the island up here.
Oh,
right
yeah.
now, so right now, and Apple, with Apple being such a lead dog,
right?
It's really important. We were talking about earlier how important it is to watch when we're taking a look at the markets as they're making lows. You want to take a look at the weakest player in there and take a look and see if you've got a pattern that's set up and if there's some kind of rejection.
Absolutely.
And you also want to be taking a look at the strong guys. And that's what we had. We had the small caps and we had the Qs. Both give us a signal at the same time.
Right.
Yesterday.
That's
from
right.
a pattern trading standpoint.
That's right.
Apple, you've really got to pay attention to Apple because of this this island, because of the gap that took place from July 19th to July 20th. And it gapped up, folks. It gapped up. The high that it made on the 19th was 378.65, and it gapped up. The low on the next bar was 386. Now, that gap that's in there, all it's been doing is been going sideways. As long as it comes down and fills that gap, that's a normal thing. That's a natural thing.
Right.
We're good. But if Apple were to gap down from anywhere right now, it's got a gap down anywhere below 382.24. Totally gap down and stay down below that. That's going to create this island of people that are partying out there.
Oh yeah.
And
they're trapped.
And then it becomes, that's right. Then it becomes the the millionaire and the honeymoon. What was the Gilligan's Island? You don't want to be.
Right.
I don't think you want to be stuck on Gilligan's Island. And the reason why I say that on Apple is because Apple does have a pattern of having an island reversal out there. And the last time that it had it, folks, was on February 16th, 2011. And that was really where Apple had made its last high. Now, it did that on one single day. But you can see going into it, that Apple continued to move into a consolidation pattern, if you will. But it was more moving down because the high that it made out there was in the 360 area.
Yes.
And Apple moved all the way down to, what did it get down to in its lows? It got down to, in June, down to the 317 area. So, a decent move on the way down. So you want to really keep your eye on Apple to give us some type of information because it's such a big piece of the Qs.
Oh yeah. Big time. And the Qs, folks, have been the strongest out there. That's what you have happening. So those are crucial. There's no two ways about it.
Absolutely.
Market-wise out here, what you have right now is that you get the Dow's off 227, Nasdaq's off 66. You have the S&Ps off 27. Now, if we, this is where, folks, when you're hunting here, is that you take a look at the. We've been talking about the SPY. We're talking about the benchmark of 21 million. Price point there is 123.53. You broke that. Now, what you just did is that you're still under that, and you have 13 million, which is not even close. Okay. So, we'll see where that shakes out, but that's telling me it's going to be a false break. You're going to be right back inside the 123.53. Now, that's the first one. But this is what you do. If you're, and folks, if you had bought Tiger Dolls in July, first I'm going to go through the system, then I'm going to go through how you're looking at markets. But you're getting a real bonus right here because this is a perfect day to do it anyway. But what you do is this. You don't just stay there. What you do is you look for divergence. And what you do, flat out, okay, so you go over to the IWM. We'll take a look at the IWM. Say the IWM, it held. And it held with dramatically lighter volume on the 10-minute.
Absolutely.
You go to the DIA, because we know that the DIA is the weakest. The top line Dow stock, Dow number, is the weakest, okay? That low out there yesterday was 116.83. Well, that busted it, but you know what? Doesn't have the juice also. So when you get all three of them, and one doesn't bust it at all, the other two bust it and doesn't have the juice, the bottom line, you're going to be right back topside, folks. This is what you do over and over and over again. And what you have to do, of course, is, have the discipline and get confidence in it. And it's the discipline. It's, beautiful thing.
Yes, you do, baby.
Listen, folks, you stay right there. This is Steve Rhodes. It's Tom O'Brien. We have the Dow right now down 218, Nasdaq off 64, S&P's up 26, and we're going to be right back.
Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of two emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin Burnstone Mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone Mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 10,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the fourth quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the frontoftfnn.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
You've heard Bud Rolfs give his expert technical analysis of the stock market on the radio. Now you can have his superior trading advice and his best stock picks delivered right to your desktop every week with his newsletter, The Torch. Using his own trademarked Warpath trading system, Bud will help you to increase your odds of making and saving money in the markets with powerful stock selection, stock analysis, and trading plan strategies. Published every Monday morning, each issue of The Torch features full-color charts in an easy-to-follow format. You will also receive not only the big picture of what's going on in the major markets and critical sectors, but also featured stock picks with complete trading plans and technical setups, as well as the Subscribers Corner, where Bud analyzes stocks submitted by subscribers. Visit TFNN.com today and receive your 2-week free trial of The Torch. That's a $75 value. Sign up now and make sure you receive all the great market analysis and winning trade ideas in every action-packed issue of The Torch from Bud Rolfs.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. My new book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, is for sale at Amazon.com for only $18.40.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow off 234, Nasdaq's off 69, S&Ps are off 26. You know, if you go over to Europe right now, what you have, the FTSE's down a couple percent. You get the DAX down 2%. Brazil is down 3%. Brazil's getting smacked and has, it's the net change is out there at 1,700. It's been down quite a bit. Now, what that says, commodity-wise, is pretty incredible. The commodities out here this morning, folks, even with gold up, gold is the strongest commodity out there. It's up 0.9%. Silver's 0.7. Lean hogs 0.1, but the rest of the commodity complex is getting smoked in a big way. So it's going to be interesting, of course, as the day moves on here, because the pressure is no doubt continuing. That S&P, the pressure's there. The juice is out behind it. So the bottom line is that I suspect we're still going to basically come out of this alive. Now, what's going to be wild, though, it's going to be really hard, is this. We're on a Thursday.
Yeah.
So you have 4 days down. Remember what Larry always says, it's really hard for turnaround on a Friday particularly. So you get a few hours here for the shot here. That's where it comes down to.
Yeah, boy, you take a look at that DAX. You know, if it doesn't hold that 54.67 area, 52.91 is written all over it.
Yeah, no,
You know,
it's a big number.
It's
Let's
coming
just
down hard,
take a look at this. So you see the small caps is still basically, you get 32 million shares. You're coming into this is the Russell 2000 we're talking about here. That low out there yesterday was 74.88. That little baby had a monster, had 114 million. Let's see how she's coming. Yeah, she's holding. She's holding, man. What you have is this: is at 5.7 million, 5.7 million. You're at 3 million right now. We go over to the SPY again because that is crucial. The SPY, no doubt, is crucial.
Yeah.
You're still 30 cents underneath it, and you're still contracting. So you're okay, so watch this bar, folks. This bar is contracting big time. This is what you have. The benchmark's 21 million. We did 13 million when we broke it last time, okay, but that's still a big number. Right now, you're only dealing with 9 million, okay? So, you know, we'll see where this shakes out, but my take is that it's still going to flip around. And by the way, all this has to do, just so you know how this works, folks, is that you don't need, we just got a minus downtick of 1325. You don't need a huge flip. You don't need a flip to go on right to positive. What you do need, though, is you're going to need that S&P to come up another good 15 to 18 points in order for things to get going to the top side.
Yeah, you know? Absolutely.
Well, you're going to be coming up next. You got, and then with this, today's Thursday, and then we got Larry coming up right after that. You got some great programming coming up, folks. And, of course, don't forget, if you do enjoy the programming here, please go tell 3 people. You know, if folks are out there, tell them about Tiger TV, tell them about TFNN, and, you know, anything you want out there, just give us an email. Give Steve and I an email.
Absolutely, because I've got some emails going back and forth, especially, you know, the conversation that we started a couple days ago about, you know, for me, it's so important to focus on what you want. And, you know, what I want is, you know, we got a great country. You know, I'm wearing my Japan shirt because of the yen trade today, okay?
Totally.
You know, so in honor of that trade. But, you know, the questions going back and forth with regard to the importance of cutting taxes, or cutting expenditures, you know, and how that might turn things around. And for me, I say what we need is massive change.
Right.
Okay, because in order to be able to get the employment going, you know, making small changes, you know, is not going to get us there. It'll just, you know, it just...
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
and
right.
So my thinking is that, folks, when you really want to make a change in life, you've got to make a massive change. That's what we need to do as a country. Massive change, folks.
Go for the whole ball of wax.
Absolutely.
And it's a Japan shirt he has on, folks, because it's the yen.
That's right.
I texted him at 5 o'clock this morning. I said, great job. That's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
You stay right there, folks. Get our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, coming up next. The Dow's up 260, NASDAQ up 74. Thanks for being here, folks.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you.